Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers. Do you know why I am early today on this Cricket Happening show? Well, the reason being that there was a tremendous win for Bangladesh, and in fact Bangladesh have completed the win over Zimbabwe in the first test match by 3 wickets. This was on the third day that they are on a 5-day match. The match has ended on the third day, and it has been a wonderful victory. They have won by 3 wickets, and the chief architect being the left-arm spinner Taijul Islam, who returned figures the best ever by a Bangladeshi bowler in their cricket history, when it was Taijul Islam who really spun a web around the Zimbabwean batsmen and had them guessing. And that's definitely the disconcerting bounce and also the turn, definitely assisting the bowler Taijul Islam. He exploited the conditions to the full, and as I said, he returned bowling analysis in the sense he returned figures that is never done by Bangladeshi bowler in cricket history. The record was standing in the name of Shakib Al Hasan, who had taken 7 wickets, and Taijul Islam has become the first Bangladeshi bowler to take 8 wickets today, as he actually sunk Zimbabwe to their knees. And Bangladesh, not only did they achieve the victory, but they are achieving a victory after going on a real drought as far as international cricket is concerned. They have not had a single win under their belt in 14 matches across all formats, whether it is T20, One-Day International or Test matches. And what an happy moment it would have been for Bangladesh. They would have been pretty relieved that they finally had the run on the belt. Not only that, look at Taijul Islam's figures: 16.5 overs, 7 maidens, 39 runs and 8 wickets. Now, as I said yesterday, I thought that this pitch will become a minefield, no doubt about it. That definitely become a minefield. But let me tell you, what was surprising was that probably one thought that Bangladesh batting last on this wicket will struggle. Yes, they definitely struggled. There's no doubt about it. Zimbabwe put up a great fight here, and Bangladesh, I would say, just won the match. I mean, one couldn't say it was a very convincing victory. But as I said, the pitch was something which was really disconcerting. It was not easy for the batsmen to survive out there. It was all a matter of survival. And well, I thought Bangladeshi, especially that bowling spell by Taijul Islam, really helped Bangladesh winning the match. In fact, Zimbabwe were all out for 114, and thus they were set a target of 129 to 100, because of the 14-run lead. They have to just that 14-run lead really played a big role now, I would say. And Zimbabwe losing the match by 3 wickets. So Bangladesh going 1-0 in the series here. So congratulations to Bangladesh. Just talking about the game today, as far as this particular game was concerned, well, as I said, it was all started by Taijul Islam, the left-arm spinner. In fact, it was a very good ploy on the part of the Mushfiqur Rahim, the Bangladeshi captain, to really usher in Taijul Islam pretty quickly into the game here. And he was the one who actually provided the breakthrough when Busi Sibanda was the first victim, as he was caught by Mushfiqur Rahim of the bowling of Taijul Islam for 14 with 3 boundaries. After that, the next wicket to go was Hamilton Masakaja. Now it was Shahadat Hussain who bowled a beautiful delivery, which was actually coming in. Probably Hamilton Masakaja thought that the ball is going to swerve away. He shouldered arms. The ball went on to crash into the stumps. Hamilton Masakaja was gone, bowled by Shahadat Hussain for 5. After that, so the score became 24 for 2 for Zimbabwe. Sikandar Raza decided that the best way to deal with the Taijul Islam is to put him over the fence. He did that precisely by spanking 2 sixes of the bowling of Taijul Islam. But that was it. As the next wicket to go was Sikandar Raza, Taijul Islam once again flighting the delivery, Sikandar Raza taking the bait, and this time screwing the ball to the point region when Shakib Al Hasan took the catch, and Sikandar Raza was gone for 25 with 3 fours and 2 sixes, which made the score 53 for 3. And then Chakabba was the next victim for Taijul Islam, as he was caught by Shamsur Rahman for 10 after scratching around, but he did his bit. He tried to survive at the crease by really dealing with the balls well, but his tenure at the crease was brought to an end by Taijul Islam for 10 without any boundary, or 658 for 4. After that, the only player who really stood there was Brendan Taylor, the Zimbabwean captain. Really stuck it out there and tried to see to it that he could he could really see whether any of the players could actually rally around with him. But unfortunately, that was not the case, as Elton Chigumbura was sent back for a duck by Taijul Islam. Craig Irwan was LBW bowled Taijul Islam for 10 of 14 balls. John Nimbu was sent back by Shakib Al Hasan for 1. Panyangra was a victim of Taijul Islam for a duck, and then it was all Taijul Islam. Tendai Chatara was out for 4. Kamangozi was out for a duck, and Brendan Taylor, the Zimbabwean captain, fighting a lone battle there with an unbeaten 45 with 8 fours, and Zimbabwe were rolled out for 114 by this tremendous exhibition of spin bowling, definitely assisted by the turn and the bounce, no doubt about it, but also you had to bowl in the right areas, and that's what precisely the left arm spinner Taijul Islam did. And what a moment for him, becoming the first Bangladeshi bowler ever to have an 8 wickets in the cricket history. And he also now holds the record, 16.5 overs, 7 maidens, 39 runs and 8 wickets in his bag. 1 wicket apiece to Shahid Hussain, 8 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 25. Shakib Al Hasan, 10 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 44. And Jubair Hussain just bowled 1 over for 6 runs. Bangladeshi starting their reply. Well, they didn't have it either. In fact, Brendan Taylor decided, because of the slowness of the pitch, he decided that he is going to have a sort of a new ploy here by giving the ball to the medium pacer Chigumbura. And what a job Chigumbura did. In fact, he rattled Bangladesh by reducing them to 0 for 3 when he first picked up the wicket of Tamim Iqbal, who was caught to a ball, was moving away, caught tailor bowled Chigumbura for a duck. And then Shamsur Rahman was clean bowled by Panyangra for a duck. Mominul Haq was trying to actually play it on the up, and he was caught and bowled by Chigumbura for a duck. And then Mahmudullah was the next victim. As I said, Bangladesh was 0 for 3 at one stage, and then slowly Shakib Al Hasan and Mahmudullah stitched together a partnership and pushed the score on to 46 before Tendai Chatara brought a beautiful delivery which was moving away from Shakib Al Hasan. Shakib Al Hasan was sucked into it, and all that he could see is that John Nimbu was plucking up a good catch there in the slip region. He was gone for 15 of 2 fours. That was a big blow. And then Mahmudullah, who had done all the hard work there, was a victim as he was cleaned up by Chigumbura for 28 with 4 fours, and suddenly the Bangladeshi innings was really struggling at that point of time. 46 for 4, at 62 for 5, and Mahmudullah was gone. Still some time to go before they get to the winning target of 101. Still time, and not much batting to come. Mushfiqur Rahim was there, so and that was the real saving grace for Bangladesh, as suddenly one more, and then Chigumbura came in and picked up another wicket, his 4th wicket, as he picked up Shugata home for a duck, and suddenly the pressure was building. Shahid Hussain really, what he did is he really relieved them of the pressure by spanking a 6, and he made 11 of 16 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, but he was a victim of Panyangra. And then came the man who was the hero today with the ball, and Mushfiqur Rahim was constantly talking to Taijul Islam because he knew 82 for 7 at that stage. Zimbabwe were definitely in with a chance, but Mushfiqur Rahim was the thorn in the flesh of Zimbabwe. I mean, unless and until they get Mushfiqur Rahim's wicket, nothing could be done, because Mushfiqur Rahim, as you know, is such a calculated player and such a reliable player. Well, he nurtured Taijul Islam. Taijul Islam also showed some batting skills there, and Taijul Islam definitely had the honor. I mean, even though the pressure 82 for 7, there was still the chance for Zimbabwe. But as I said, Mushfiqur Rahim was the one who was standing in between Zimbabwe and victory, and Mushfiqur Rahim did that pretty nicely in the end. He remained not out on 23 with 3 fours, but it was very fitting that the man of the match, Taijul Islam, who became the first ever bowler to get 8 wickets in Bangladesh cricket history, did something that you would be pretty happy about. He was the one who actually brought out the winning hit by hitting Chigumbura for a boundary, and that was it. Bangladesh had won the first test match by 3 wickets, and they brought an end to the drought that they had to pass through in all 3 formats of the game as they won the match. 101 for 7 was the final thing. Taijul Islam was not out in 15 of 23 balls with 2 fours. It was all over. Bangladeshi had won the first test match to go 1-0 in this 3 test match series. And let's have a look at the bowling. Chigumbura definitely caused a few worries for the Zimbabwe batsmen with 10.3 overs, 4 maidens, 21 runs and 4 wickets. Panyagra was 2 maidens, 2 for 30. Chattara was 2 maidens, 1 for 34. Kamungozi bowled 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 7. Sikandar Raza 1 of 1 run, Nimbu 1 of 4. And well, there is absolutely no prizes for guessing. The record holder Taijul Islam picking up the first ever 8 wickets in Bangladesh cricket history, was named man of the match, player of the match. Well, from here I'm going to shift here. So it was a great pleasure in bringing you this a cricket happening show a bit early, and I'm sure all the Bangladeshi cricket subscribers would be pretty happy to get this report. I'm sure about that. Well, let's go on to the third one-day international between New Zealand and South Africa. It was a mere formality, but let me tell you, it didn't really matter because it was a mere formality. They were only looking for New Zealand to save face, but that didn't happen because rain came and truncated day's play as South Africa, batting first, were 157 for 3, and then rain prevented further play in the match. Quinton de Kock played, but Matt Henry definitely made a real impression here after coming back. As you would remember, he had taken on his test debut, he had taken 4 wickets against the Indians when Indians were there in New Zealand. But today, once again, Matt Henry bowling with lots of pace. Initially, he got spanked by Quinton de Kock for boundaries, but then he came and picked up 2 big wickets. First, he knocked off Hashim Amla with a ball that stood upon him, and Hashim Amla, all that he could see is the ball getting in the hands of Nathan McCullum at mid-wicket. So he was gone for 12, and then really Rosu was also beaten by the pace of the ball as he actually spooned the catch back to Matt Henry, and Matt Henry got 2 wickets in his bag there. After that, it was David Miller who was bowled by Neesham for 17, but Quinton de Kock and A.B. de Villiers combining in a very good partnership, putting on an 87-run unbroken partnership with Quinton de Kock playing majestically, I thought, and was looking good for a century. But as I said, rain came and stopped play, and there was no further play in this final one-day international, with South Africa taking the series 2-0. But Quinton de Kock, as I said, he played some majestic strokes. He was flicking well, he was pulling well, he was cutting well, and he was really kicking majestic, and he deserved a century. But unfortunately, due to rain, he had to remain unbeaten on 80 of just 94 deliveries with 11 beautifully stroked 4s. A.B. de Villiers, the captain, was not out on 33 of 37 balls with 4 4s. It was definitely tested by Tim Southee's bowling. So I thought the New Zealand bowling was pretty sharp, and they were really troubling, but I thought the South Africans really stood it well. A.B. de Villiers was not out on 33 of 37 balls with 4 4s. Tim Southee really had some good bouncers to actually have A.B. de Villiers really hit. And then Mitchell McLennan also bowled in the right areas and really troubling both the batsmen as the rain came and prevented further play, with the score for South Africa on 157 for 3. Bowling, Tim Southee bowled excellently, 7.4 overs, no maiden, none for 29. Matt Henry on his return to the New Zealand team, 8 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 40, impressive. McLennan thought, even though his figures don't reflect it, he bowled superbly, 5 overs, none for 29. Nathan McCullum, 6 overs, none for 27. James Neesham, 2 overs, which cost him 19 runs and a wicket. Anderson's 2 overs, none for 11. South Africa winning the 3-match series 2-0. Now the focus shifts on to the test matches. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really brings an end to this cricket happening show of mine. It was an early cricket happening show because I wanted to bring this to all these Bangladeshi subscribers and friends who would have been pretty happy and pleased that finally Bangladesh has broken that drought that they had as far as the victories were concerned, as they got their first victory after 14 matches. So Bangladesh enjoyed this victory, and it was something that they would like to really celebrate tonight. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show for today. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye from host Ram Studios. Thank you.